Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome on the Grenton's webinar during this interactive week. Here are the team of the Grenton, and I will start with the introducing from the lady. So Marta Lipiec is the key account manager in the Grenton, responsible for international markets. Piotr is responsible for the technical trainings and also support, let's say advanced level. And myself, my name is Natalia, and I will be mainly conducting that panel of the Grenton. So we have 30 minutes to speak about the Grenton. So I will go through immediately to the agenda to show how the panel will look like. We will start with the Grenton company information and introductions. Then we will pass through what makes us different through the eyes of final client and installers, and we will, let's say, explain why do we do it for. But before we go through the company information, I would like to, in this strange time of the pandemic, where the distance, relations, people distance is visible, I would like to get closer and introduce myself. First of all, my name is, as I said, Natalia Zimne, and I am working in Grenton company for almost 2.5 years. Let's say when the Department of Export were creating, I joined, and I had this pleasure to start building the export with the Grenton on international markets. What about the Grenton? Grenton company is the company founded and based in Krakow, in south of Poland. We are 100% Polish company with the products manufactured and product in Poland. So the production is made in European Union. We are the ownership of the complete IPR, which is industrial design, hardware, software, and the firmware. Company was created 9 years ago, and in that time we became the #1 player of the smart home system in Poland. These years we used, thanks to the hard work and the compassion, to create a network of 550 authorized dealers. In that time, we established collaboration with around 20 international distributors around the world. And in that time, we trained more than 2,200 installers in Poland and around the world. Why it's important to state it? Because we also provide the technical trainings, and during one technical trainings, approximately, let's say, it's possible to participate 9 till 12 people. So divided per 2020 installers, you can imagine how many trainings we've done. One training is around 2,000, it's around 1 day, working day. Just another information that might be interesting, the last year we installed Grenton system in more than 200 houses in not only Poland, but around the world. Grenton, we are the rising star of the global markets. We see that, not only thanks to the numbers of the international distributors, but also the interest that we see from different dealers and also final clients that contacting us. Last month, we signed the contracts with 3 companies on the 3 new markets. It was Italy. We signed a contract with the distributor, a distribution contract, Serbia, and the UK. Funny fact and interesting fact is that we have a strong coverage in the Middle East. Already having a distributors in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Emirates, United Arab Emirates. Preparing that presentation, we thought about how to make it interesting and what will be the common or the first question that you as installer or you as a final client will probably postpone. It will be what makes us different from another systems. We concentrated in few points, and starting from the first one is like our system is a hybrid system, which means the system that is possible to connect in the wired, but also in the wireless way. So it's not the system that is just going wired or just wireless. It has both. It's important in the way when the installers is deciding with the client how to install. So with the wired, we're going with the cable, TF bus cable, and the wireless with the Z-Wave communication and also Wi-Fi. The system entered to the category the whole home system. We've been mentioned in 2018 in the Berg Insight reports, and in that report, that organization was taking into consideration different systems, different companies, and different categories of the system. And one of them was the whole home system, which means that the system covers all house and can manage all systems and the devices. So the Grenton system entered to that category, which means can control all devices and system in your home. So from lighting, heating, air condition, TV, recuperator, all of them can be added to one system, Grenton system, and be controlled with the one application, My Grenton application, which is really easy and useful. With the system in general, smart home system is like that can be installed in the different phase of the investment, or just at the beginning when you're still planning your house or in the existing house. So let's have a situation that you're planning to build your house. It's a new house and you still don't know what kind of system would you like to have, and you don't even imagine how it should be adapted to you. So with the system, Grenton system, you can start easily with the basic fundamental devices and systems, and with the time add more. So at the beginning you think, okay, I would like to just add lighting and the heating, and maybe with the time, when you get used to the new house, you start living, you start understand your habitats, then you add another after 2 years. And that's why it's modular and flexible. It's not like limiting you to decide right now how you would like to live and how you would like to have the system working. You have a time and you can make it with the time, upgrading and improving. The system entered to the category as well, complete one, because we not only deliver the hardware, we talk about the panels, we talk about the modules, but we also have software that is available on our website. It's called Object Manager. It's also important to underline what it's called Object Manager, because the system is object-oriented, which means that each device is an object. So you're not covering the system, but you're concentrating on the object and you're configuring that object. So it's not one lighting system, but it's object, one lamp, second lamp, third lamp. And based on that, you can create some scenes. System is complete one, which means the hardware and the software, panels, interfaces, modules, but also the software application and the software to do the configuration. What makes us different is also not only what we have, but how we do divide how we are seen. So how we are seen by final client and installer. Sorry. So we thought about it, that it's not only about the system itself, that it should be professional, complete, enter to the category the whole home system, so you cover everything, but it also has to be good at home. So the what end user client sees. So what is visible when enters to home and use it. So we designed a beautiful Grenton panel and touch panels, and we're proud of to say that non-plastic is used during that production. The quality of the materials is high. It's completely made by glass, as Grenton Smart Panel, as touch panel. But we also thought about it to have another materials like wood, leather, and marble. Each of the panels, touch panel and the smart panel, has sensors inside, temperature sensor, so can already take the measure of the temperature. Application is another thing that our clients see and use. Application called My Grenton is sorry. The application Grenton is made for iOS and Android, available on smartphone and tablet. It's completely personalized and adaptable to yourself, so you can decide what kind of features you will see and what kind of father or mother on the person who is the owner of the house, and what kind of features will see kid who is having less settings, or maybe cleaning lady, so maybe just lighting and the entrance, the garage entrance. Through the eyes of installers, the common question that is asked us is what kind of investment, or to what kind of investment can we use our system? The answer is pretty positive, because taking into the consideration all points before that we talk about, which means that the system is complete system, the system is hybrid one, going wire and the wireless, the system enters the category, the whole home system, gives us, not only company, but to you as an installer or distributor, the possibility to install that system to many investments type of. So these are individual customer flats, houses and residents, but also multiply apartments. So construction companies that are building many apartments, or hotels, apartments, Airbnb, but also industrial facilities. So it's pretty wide range of investment that Grenton system is used, because we have business cases already and can be in the future installed. Grenton Smart Home system from installer point of view, in that picture we have, let's say, the most important tools to be used by the installer. So it's portfolio of the modules, around 40 SKUs, different modules. We changed colors. We had the new generation of the modules. So the red one is the main module called CLU, Central Logic Unit. The CLU is the brain of the system. It has the power to do the calculations, set configurations, and just keep it like it's the brain of the system. The rest are modules that are added to the CLUs, and they're working together. CLU is mounted on the DIN rail, but also has the integration with the Z-Wave communication, so it works with the both. Object Manager, single configuration tool. It's a software. The software that you download from our website, and thanks to the Object Manager software, you do a configuration with the whole system. It's not just, let's say, marketing talk, but thanks to having a contact with our installers, we know that Object Manager is so potential and so powerful that can do any kind of setting so far. It's just up to installer what kind of experience and knowledge does he have. And also the communication, wire and the wireless. So the system, because it's going wire and the wireless, is also really important from the installer point of view and the configuration. The modules presentation. The family of the modules is divided in three. The first is mounted on the DIN rail. We started with the CLU, which is brain of the system, Central Logic Unit. It's mounted on the DIN rail. You have here just examples of our modules, starting from CLU, digital in, relay 2 and 4, and has a color gray. Then we have TF bus flash mounted and Z-Wave flash mounted modules, which is wireless. If you're interested in more technical details, everything is available on our website, grenton.com, with the technical data sheet, so you can read and get all information about the modules there. What about one installer think, okay, what about my installation and my investment is big and one CLU is not enough? Just one information here, one CLU can handle up to 48 different modules. So what about my installation is bigger than that and I will need more CLUs? So it's possible to extend. So the system is easy extendable, as you can see here on the picture. All these technical things, knowledge, we train during our technical trainings. That is Peter responsible also. So it's the way just to train and then easily extend and install. We thought also about the programming, because from programming you can starting the whole artwork of the system. The programming is for all. We thought about it to do that, to give a tool to us, the basic, the lower developers that doesn't know nothing about the configuration, thanks to the Lua programming, but also give a tool to the advanced installer with the scripting. Everything that was created is still creating. We are not doing for, let's say, you, but we do it for us as well, to make home as a place that is safe. We spend in the house the whole, let's say, life. So the place where we should save, thanks to the different sensors, scenes, and being able to control it, having an application to check what's going on at home, to be able to feel more comfortable, to adapt the environment to the conditions, to use the energy of the light, to change the heating, to open the rollers, to create some lightening scenes, to feel more comfortable and flexible, to adapt it with the time as we were presenting before. So we are deciding with the time which system add after, using the individual or group lightning control, different sensor detections, and also to have house more economic, because it's proven that with the time, well adapted smart home system to our needs, taking into consideration the, as I said, energy light, sunlight, to the different part of the day, we can get lower and have a cheaper bills, and also have a more economic and more green, let's say, house. At the end of this webinar about the Grenton Smart Home system, what we noticed and how we see the growth of dynamics of the Grenton Smart Home system is on this picture, that since 2016 the growth was doubled. It was more than 50%. From 2017, 18, and 19 was 90% of the growth. And now we see almost that every year, since 1 year, the growth is almost 100% more than the previous year. That also explain and show us that the market is absorbing, that people are into the smart home system, that wants to control the house, not only when they are in, to adapt, to make scenes, to control any devices in the system, but also when they are outside, especially in that times of the, let's say, strange COVID times where we cannot go out from home, and we have sometimes the second home as a additional place. and we cannot move. We saw that people are interested to have another system to control it and to see whether is everything okay. So we are pretty positive for the future. That presentation, that webinar is more likely a business one. So from that moment, I would like you to join us for a technical webinar, more technical webinar, but as well with the more business details, because it's be longer in 2 days. It's gonna be on Thursday. The registration link you can send to receive on the webinar at grenton.com, and we would like you to invite on Thursday, 19th of November from 2 till 4 p.m. and more will be said and described. Another details about the Grenton you can find on the grenton.com, where we have a section download, and you can find, as I said, all technical data sheets, information about Grenton, as well download the software, download the manual, object manual, and I recommend you to follow us on the Facebook page called Grenton Global, where are all details and also some news published to be updated. And for now, I thank you to participate on that webinar, and hopefully see you soon and talk about the Grenton personally.
Natalia, before you go, there's one question come in. Someone's asking, is it compatible with KNX, and can you integrate it with Savant, Crestron, and Control 4?
Right.
Maybe that question I will give to Peter, because I hear that he's already replying. Peter is responsible for the technical part. Of course, I would like to reply, but Peter is an expert, so I would give him a voice so he can say it about it.
Right, the integration with third-party systems is a very complex topic because it really depends on the other system. We've got quite few types of the modules to integrate with other systems. The most popular would be HTTP, so we can connect over Ethernet. We can also integrate things over Modbus. And also it could be just I/O integration, which is of course very basic one, but for some systems it is enough, like an alarm system, which if it is armed, we need just the feedback that it's armed and do some automation like switch off all lights, sockets, blinds, etc. However, if we talk about systems like Sonos, like KNX, we would need to discuss this wider. Of course, we integrate, but this is really depending on the system. So each one we would need to discuss separately. Alexa voice control products as well works fine. What I would like to add to that, we are really prepared now for online trainings. So this is a time where we need to stay at home and we can gain our knowledge. So you are very welcome to drop us an email and maybe meet us online to discuss about more details, integration, and just being a partner with Grenton. In United Kingdom, we've got the dealer right now, official partner. So if you would like to buy products, you are very welcome. So please just let us know if you need any more details. And I invite you as well to webinar after tomorrow.
Thank you for presenting, Grenton, and have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
David. Thank you, everybody.